The El Paso County coroner is stepping down from his job at the end of this year. Dr. Leon Kelly has been with the office for 17 years and has served as coroner since 2019. There are still 2 years left in his term. News 5's Allison Zimmerman sat down with Dr. Kelly to talk about his time in office and what's next.
I don't think it would surprise anybody to discover that this is an incredibly demanding and difficult job to have.
In his near two-decade career in the El Paso County Coroner's Office, Dr. Leon Kelly has been at the forefront of some of our area's worst moments.
It's just what's unique about this job is that kind of the horrors and the trauma of the job also follows you to the rest of your life. And that is uniquely challenging about this position.
And the last 5 years have brought no shortage of tragedies. His office has investigated deaths from the pandemic, several mass shootings, including the largest in Colorado Springs history, and a large-scale effort to identify nearly 200 remains in the Return to Nature funeral home investigation.
It is a bit of it was the best of times and the worst of times, because those darkest moments were always the moments that we also kind of shined, which is weird to think, but the reality is that's what we do here.
For an office that's not typically public-facing, Dr. Kelly used his position in the last 6 years to shape policy, from the pandemic to even who could ultimately end up succeeding him.
House Bill 1100 passes 9-2.
Kelly helped lead an effort to update Colorado law surrounding the requirements to run for his office, something that's become personal for him.
I don't have all these super degrees like a lot of people have.
In 2018, he faced a Democratic challenger who lacked any medical or forensic pathology experience. And in 2022, he faced a Republican primary challenger who is a doctor, but not a board-certified forensic pathologist. The new law requires coroner candidates in larger counties to be either a board-certified forensic pathologist or a certified death investigator. Previously, the only requirements were to be 18 years old, not a felon, and a citizen of the county a candidate runs in.
Having done this job for 17 years, the first day that you take it, something bad's going to happen. Probably many bad things are going to happen. And we don't have time for you to figure it out, for you to learn on the job. You need to know what you're doing.
Where all my beautiful creations will come to life.
Outside of the coroner's office, Kelly's interest in death and darkness is something he takes home with him. He and his friend run a horror film festival, something he looks forward to devoting more time to as he leaves his post.
Is it fair to me to say that your interest in horror kind of led you into this work?
You know, I never thought of it that way as it was happening. In retrospect, it seems incredibly obvious, but at the time, no, I didn't. I loved scary movies as a kid. I loved all movies as a kid. That was how I kind of related to the world. I was very introverted, and that's how I met my tribe.
It's also something that's helped him, in a way, find peace in a stressful job.
That is, ironically, kind of a way to release. I see the real thing and the real tragedy every day, and then I can go to a movie and see it in a way that's safer and more accessible and allows you to process it.
Processing is a skill Kelly says is necessary for this kind of work.
I always kind of joke that compartmentalization is essentially the forensic pathologist's superpower.
A superpower that doesn't erase the reality of what he does every day.
Harder part, actually, is to walk out of that room and then turn those emotions back on and be a human being again and be able to relate to other people. And be able to have those connections with either your patients or, in my case, the families of my patients.
And it's those conversations after someone dies where Kelly says he finds meaning.
This job reminds you every day that not a single moment is guaranteed to you. Anything can happen to anyone at any moment. We don't ever do an autopsy for the dead person. They're dead. They're gone. We do them because what we learn helps the living.
What we learn helps the living. A forward-thinking perspective for a career marked in endings.
It's one of the unique positions where my entire life goal is to basically put myself out of business. Now that's never going to happen because humans are humans, but ultimately I want to see less people showing up here.
And now he's facing an ending of his own. His hope is the work he's done in the last 17 years has left El Paso County in a better place.
The most meaningful thing that I do and have done is exactly that. Take the lessons learned and the cautionary tales of the coroner's office and use that to impact positive positive movement, positive change to make our community healthier, safer, happier, more thriving.
Dr. Kelly's final day in office is December 31st. His plan is to teach at a Colorado medical school and conduct autopsies for coroner offices throughout the state as an independent contractor. Allison Zimmerman, News 5.